Welcome back. We are ready to play. I am excited for this. We're getting right back into a setting that is a custom setting. Once in our 15 sessions now, somebody's like, "Hey, where's this setting from?" I'm like, yeah, it's from our Twisted Imaginations. So that's where it's from. Using EZD6, a hacked version of EZD6. I shouldn't say hacked. It's lovingly crafted with honor to the creator, DM Scotty. Please check out his game EZD6. It's well worth your time. This is going to be an in-character session for those of you that are new to this. What that means is we're going to try to stay in that character level. There's going to be a minimal amount of meta talk. There will be some, but there'll be a minimal amount of it. And there will be a very minimal amount of direct player to rabble rouser or GM questions. Instead, players will interact with the world. You're going to see that happen. And in something that we're all working on, me especially, we're going to try to keep our turns relatively short so people are getting turns all the time. And we may have a few fast forwards. We have a way that we're doing that. You'll notice that. We'll have little anchoring statements. If everyone does that, then that's a signal to me that I'll just advance the time, a little bit of a time skip. All right. With that, why don't I pass it over to the three of you? You can just tell us who you are and what you're playing. Start with you, Max.
Oh, we're doing like Max Boivin, Mr. Max Boivin.
Yeah, yeah.
Playing Alan Richter.
Look at you.
My channel YouTube is.
He's actually coordinated the color of his shirt with his portrait there. I just noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Clever.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't on intent. So yeah, reaction to principal gaming. If you're new to that, I don't know. Well, there you go.
And I think I've tagged him. If not, I'll put a tag in the description below, and you can check him out. Alan is, by the way, our returning character. So
yes, I'm the
everyone
OG.
else is going to be new, but not Alan.
That's right.
Fan favorite returns. Okay. Hey, and below Max, Sarah, Uriah, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit where we can find you and what character you're playing.
Hey, folks. My name is Uriah Edwards. Long-time listener, first-time caller. But yeah, my channel is just my name, at Uriah Edwards. I do 4D role-playing, mainly no prep challenge type stuff. I'm very happy to be here. My character I'm playing, his name is Red. He is a gun-slinging, pistol-toting, Rolex-wearing jet fly. I'm just kidding. But he's an android. And yeah, super excited to be here.
Interested. Thank you. Glad to have you. And then, of course, my good friend, Phil. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm FilTheThriL, and I'm the Rumble wing. I haven't really posted in a long time, so my bad. Busy guy. Anyways, this guy looks like Gene Hackman, not Gene Hackman, but that's my character. He's Frankie Pockets. He runs a junkyard, and he kind of knows Alan Richter from the old days. Should he be trusted?
We'll have to find out. Let's see what happens. All right, just a very brief preamble. The Hood system has seen better days, much better days. With the slow but inexorable advance of technology, especially relating to fuel systems for starships and other power sources, what was once a very profitable system, the Hood system, has fallen on an economic catastrophe related to the upgrade of the thorium fuel to a newer version that does not require the catalyst that was mined once from this system. Now, instead of prosperity, the system is bare bones, being picked over by vultures come to get whatever is of value. Those who can have moved on, and those who can't are stuck in dead-end jobs working for the very vulture capital firms coming in to break apart what were once profitable and expansive mining operations and other operations connected to the economic engine, which is the planet of Tuck 5. Tuck 5 is an unusual planet. Tidally locked to its star, it has one side that is very hot, while the other gets very cold. Down on the longitudinal axis of the planet is a habitable zone. Every so often, that situation changes. This is where we find ourselves. On the planet of Tuck 5, homeworld of Mr. Alan Richer, who has just come from the funeral of his friend and, well, let's call it brother, a certain type of brother,
From the
who
womb.
was buried here after he met his demise. There's things afoot, and we're going to pick it up there. In front of a junkyard, an expansive junkyard, several football stadiums sized, with a fence around, cranky robotic guard animals that prevent those that would just liberate valuable salvage, a neon sign that flickers advertising Frankie's Junkyard.
I step over of a cab, pay the driver with my credit stick, and I walk to the door of the junkyard, the old office, and I ring the bell, and I lean against the wall, waiting for an answer.
Inside the my little house inside of the junkyard proper, I get an alert, kind of rings like a little alarm. Very analog. I look over at a grainy video screen and I go, and I click on a large mechanical button, and the gate light at the office goes green. Just unlatches a little bit, releasing the magnetic lock.
I disconnect from my charging station. I place my port back in a small compartment on my wrist, stand to my feet, sort of survey my surroundings.
I say, Red, you better go get our guest. Just continue tinkering with some.
I just push the door open a bit, and I put just the gate a bit, and I put my feet in it, and I wait. I know better than just like getting in myself. And I start like rolling a cigarette.
I call back to Mr. Pockets. I say, yes, sir. I'll get right on that. I grab a police issue sidearm. I slip it into the leather holster on my hip and begin to walk towards the gate.
I watch his hand as he puts the gun in his holster, and I say, he's a friend, Red.
I give pause and turn to look at Mr. Pockets. Noted. And continue on.
Lean back in my rickety chair and work on a device.
I put my cigarette in my mouth, light it up, just take a long drag, waiting a bit.
The office of the junkyard, dimly lit. A few panels displaying local news events. Generally, a ticker tape of job losses. The former giants of the immediate area being picked apart. Dismal, air stale, slight hum as overtaxed fans spin slowly.
Sit up abruptly, and my foot was on the desk, and it kicks over a half-eaten cup of noodles. I go, shit! I stand up, and, holding that part I've been working on. I walk over to another table, some other parts on it.
Approaching the gate, I see the man standing just inside, and I sort of tip my hat and say, "Welcome to Pockets Pick Apart. How can I help you?"
I mutter to myself, like looking at the ad. I said, "Oh fuck, not again." And I raise my head to read. I say loudly, "Who are you?"
Sort of disinterested look in my face. I say, "Well, my name's Red. I've been here for the past month or so. And who might you be?"
I push the gate open, and I get in. So I'm here to see Frankie. Don't worry about it. And I start walking in.
I'm staring at the interaction through that grainy video feed. I take a pause from the work that I'm doing. It's a dimly lit little office area lit up with some tungsten bulbs emitting a yellow light. And I recompose myself and continue like attaching. Looks like a large, this piece is going into like a larger casing of a drone.
My stance narrows from the sort of wide, almost gunslingerly stance I usually take. Say, "Yes, sir. Mr. Pockets told me that we'd be expecting company. Right this way." Sort of turn to.
I nod and I walk toward the office.
On the street behind, a large 6-wheeled vehicle comes trundling by. It rumbles the ground under its heavy weight. In its large bucket, pieces of machinery dismantled and piled in for scrap value. It's loud as it rumbles past.
I walk over to the gate and I shout to the passing truck, "Yeah, just bring it on around back. You know where to go."
Driver nods. Drives around.
Made my way to the.
I got my. I pull a jacket off, sniff my armpit, pull the jacket on, and start fastening it. Put my hat on. Try to brush the crumbs off.
I reach the door of the office, and I open it slightly, just ajar, and I stick my head in a bit. I look around.
I go, "Oh, hey, that you, Alan?" Wave at him, slowly turn around to face the door.
I open the door, and I step in. Say, how you been, timer?
Stand there looking at him. Genuine smile. And I go, "Alan Richter. It's good to see you, man." I walk up to him, arms outstretched, looking for a fatherly embrace.
I give him a big man hug.
Pat him on the back.
Making sure that my head
Missed
is on the
you.
side so I don't have my cigarette in his face.
I missed you. It's good to
It's
see
been a
you.
while. I expected to see you at the funeral.
Uh,
Go ahead, Red.
I pull the gate closed, watch the light turn from green back to red, and I begin making my way towards the receiving bay to help the driver with his shipment of scrap.
With practice motions, the large 6-wheeled vehicle reverses into the receiving area. As it has done many times before, the driver puts in motion the large bucket, sliding the equipment off with a loud metal on metal sound as it scrapes out. The driver then opens the door and climbs down the ladder from the tall vehicle, starts walking towards Red. Alan, Frankie.
pat
I lean
Alan
back.
on the back. Well, yeah, I didn't think he was a big fan of me. His wife certainly isn't. It's good to see you, Alan.
I step
Did
back.
you
and
land
lean
where I
against
told
the
you?
table. I step back and lean against the table. Take a drag of the cigarette. I say, yeah, the wife's not a big fan of me either anymore. I did land where you told me. So you got my message, eh?
Well, you got mine. Well,
I'm walking towards the man who just stepped out of the truck. Data pad in my hand, and sort of looking over the pile of scrap and say, "Well, what you got for us today?"
He takes a sweaty, grease-stained baseball hat, takes it off, wipes his hair, thinning hair, puts a hat back on. Listen, just the normal. We've got a few things here. I think this is the last shipment, though. You got to tell Frankie that boss tells me that the previous arrangements just no good anymore. It's getting harder and harder to get scrap these days. It's all going to the big conglomerates, he says. So here, and he taps his little data pad on Red's data pad. A chime as a transaction takes place. Tips his hat. Hey, tell Frankie that sorry we couldn't keep this going, but kicks at a can near the truck and starts climbing up the ladder.
I tip my hat in response and say, "Well, that's just the way it has to be. I'll make sure that Mr. Pockets hears the news."
Thanks, Toaster. Gets back in, closes the door.
I turn around, I look at the table behind me, grab a cup, I look inside it. If it's clean, not really, put it back.
Hey, you want something to drink? Start opening these like cheap cabinets that look like they came off the side of the road. I think I got something in here somewhere.
Yeah,
Pull out
a bit parched.
pull out some instant lemonade. If you want some, yeah, the water's pretty good here. I got a good filter going. It's over there. I point at some large contraption in the corner.
So you got some new help, I saw, right? Business good?
Oh, Red? Yeah, he just came stumbling in here one day.
What's his story?
I don't know. But he knows how to shoot. That's just kind of interesting. You know how I like to tinker with things, rub my hands together. I had some grease on my hands. I wipe it off on my jacket.
Yeah.
How's our girl? Got wide
Well, hot. Not in the sense that we like the girls.
Speak for yourself there, Alan. What do you mean hot?
Talking about the horizon, right?
Yeah. Talking about the
Well,
horizon.
we got into some trouble, and some people looking for this ship.
Well, that's what the horizon's good for, getting into trouble.
Yeah. Getting out of it too, so far. But maybe we've messed with some people that are more tenacious than we should have.
Red.
My my pistol in my hand, I sort of spin it on my finger, toying with the weapon as I step a foot onto a large forklift, get ready to haul off some of the scrap. I grab a radio transmitter and say, Mr. Pockets, we got that shipment in of scrap.
Yeah, I just shut off the intercom as we're reminiscing with them. God, don't worry.
I continue to speak, and the guy had some pretty serious news. I think we should talk about it. I'll get on it. Okay. Over and out. Set it back.
Say, so someone's pretty serious is looking for you, huh?
Yeah, we I guess I should say now. Brick wasn't there anymore. Might have like kicked the nest of
I know the
those big
feeling.
corporation.
It's like bring a couple of cloudy cups down and open up a chest freezer, start getting some ice out.
Yeah. I know you had like some falling out with him, right? But he died a hero. That's what I told his wife.
Dead's dead, Alan. Don't forget it. Put the ice in my clubs. I put a scoop of lemonade in each one.
Driving the big forklift, hauling this giant container. I set it down in a nondescript corner of the junkyard. Begin to head back towards the office.
Red. An audio echo. Your central processing unit echoes back, replaying a few seconds of the encounter with the driver. His greasy ball cap, perfect recollection. Replaying the moment. Toaster. As the memory seizes on this, a query. What?
My brain, my vision kind of goes fuzzy for a minute, and I kind of shake my vision clear and say, "That I don't know what that was. I got to get inside. Yeah, this heat."
Putting water in
Drink.
the cups.
So about this, can you change the item chips on that ship?
I'm filling up the cups. I'm looking over my shoulder and I'm like, wow, you really are in trouble, huh?
Yeah. It's like, those fucker that owned all those gate taking over everywhere. Well, the other one that I fucked with.
We some big company taking over everywhere. That's kind of the story of this place. And the glass.
Everywhere.
Say you know how you took my ship, and I needed to eat, or those criminals were trying to take it from me. I let you take it.
Yeah.
Takes it. Well, I got another ship for them. I owed them something. And I know where we can get another ident ship if we really want to do that. Sounds like we really want to. Huh?
If I want to go out of the air, if I want to be able to free to travel again,
Mm-hmm.
I'll need a new crew too.
I was hoping you'd say something like that. You know,
No
I'm
people?
kind of was thinking about getting out of the junkyard business, or at least taking a less direct role.
Leaving this
down
place.
Sit down in a chair and lean back. Look at him.
It's
Yeah.
paradise.
Red.
The brakes on the forklift squeak and as I sort of lean back instinctively in the seat and hop down off, sort of pat the side of the forklift and say, "That'll do, Bessie." Turn the ignition off. Hop down and begin to walk towards the office and think to myself, toaster. Like I haven't heard that one before.
One of the guard drones passes in front. Its optical sensors swiveling on top on a pedestal. One of its eyes plays over Red, scanning over. Red. In the corner of the vision, new options appearing and then disappearing, de-resing out. Tactical options, then disappearing.
I snap in the direction that I see those options pop up, gun in the hand. Sort of shake the thought away and gun back in the holster.
Alan.
So, this chip.
Yeah. Wait, the one I'm talking about, or the Horizon?
The one you're talking about.
Right. Belongs to some scumbag. I don't want to get too deep into it, but got him the ship. What?
Why do you want to leave this place? What's happening? You're in trouble again?
It's just turning into shit. I don't like this place, you know. Just stand up. Just feeling a little penned in, you know. Junk keeps piling up. Feels like it's like I'm in a prison or something. Look out the window. The mounds of scrap.
Could have come with us a few years ago.
I open up the door and say, Mr. Pockets, I went ahead and took care of all that scrap. Looks like a pretty decent shipment. A couple of armor plates and a few other boards and such. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I interrupted something?
No, Red. No, I walk over to him. See ya. All right, so some boards and some scrap or some armor plates. Okay. This is Mr. Alan Richter. He's an old friend of mine from the old days.
Hat comes off. Sort of nod my head to you. Say, yes, sir. I believe we were briefly acquainted. How do you do, Mr. Richer?
He's all formal, isn't he? Okay.
Yeah, doing fine. Well, where you go by?
Well, people call me Red. That's my name. But to some, I'm the one-shot kid.
I take a sip of the lemonade that Frankie gave me, and then I grimace a bit. I say, Red, have some lemonade. It's gonna cool you down. One-shot kid.
I
and drink.
hold the glass in my hand. Say,
Just look at him, having no idea.
well, much obliged, but I think I'll save that for folks who can make better use of it.
Unbidden, Red. A brief outline of Alan Richter, a few estimates of size, strength, reaction time, threat assessment, dangerous close quarters.
And
I look at Frankie. Yes, I don't know if other folks can make better use of that stuff. I don't know you can drink that. That's gonna kill you.
Yeah, I like it. I think so. It's got electrolytes. You know?
You hear that, Red? Maybe that's what you need.
I give
It's
a
gonna fill
hearty
up your
chuckle.
battery.
He's just a robot. So
I give a hearty chuckle. Say, yep, just laugh it up. Mr. Pockets, there was something that the gentleman did want to bring mention to you. If now's a bad time, I can always come back later.
whatever you got to say to me, you can say in front of Alan. I give Alan a nod.
I give a deep breath and say, well, Mr. Pockets, there's no easy way to put this, but it looks like the well is dried up. Seems that the boss says that the previous arrangement is no good anymore.
You don't
Too many fingers in the pie, so to speak.
I say, you don't say, and I take a sip of the lemonade. Leaning back, kind of have a 1,000-yard stare out the window.
I move to a desk where like some project that Frankie's working on are there, and I'm like starting fucking around with the piece, looking at them.
Notice he's looking at my the drone I've been working on. I say, what do you think? I was thinking about using it for the horizon. Lean up. Chair squeaks terribly.
I nod without looking up. Briggs would have loved that shit.
What do you think?
You know better than me for those kind of things.
You never did have an eye for this sort of technology stuff, huh?
Nope.
I look at the drone, sort of eyeing it up and down, and little flashes of schematics and outlines delineating the different parts begin to pop up into my vision. I walk over to it, and I rest a hand on top. Yeah, she'll do.
I
Thank
look
you, Red.
sideways to Red. And then I look to Frankie and I say like, man, I just like went to this place a little while ago called Eberlin. This guy would have fucking fit right in. I just like sent back a chick I had with me that was from there. I wish she was still here. She could have met that guy.
You didn't bring her. You didn't bring your girl home to meet me. Smirk at him.
She's seen some shit during our time with us, and she was a bit homesick.
Stand up, ignoring his comment. Walk over to the workbench as well, and I say, "It's a salvage drone." Put my hand on it. Yeah, I always intended the Horizon to go on some valuable salvage missions. To stroke the smooth surface of the drone.
I take a step back from the drone. The schematic's still sort of buzzing in my head. I say to Alan, well, Mr. Pockets here has been sort of helping me get back on my feet past a month or so. He's quite the wizard when it comes to all these different computer gadgets and gizmos and
Yeah.
Thank you, Brad.
I grew up around here. I grew up in that shop. In part.
I give a surprised look. Oh, well, of course you did. I mean, Mr. Pocket said you were a friend. I didn't know you were that kind of friend.
Red, in the upper right corner of your vision, a new icon appears. Unit 4713-8. Respond. And then there's a question mark. Respond.
I say, yep, Alan used to run around here. I pretty much taught him everything he knows.
I walk next to Red, and I grab his gun from his holster without him noticing. And I turn around, I hand him back his gun, I say, show me how to do those kind of stuff.
Eyes closed. They, my eyes, flicker open. I say, sorry, did you say something, Mr. Richard?
Red, how you going to let him disarm you so easily?
I see the gun in his hand. I sort of grab it. What did you have in mind?
Take a sip of the lemonade, sighing, kind of frustrated.
Turn
Move
around
over and
Frankie.
play with like a transmitter.
Take a few steps away.
I try to sort of whisk away the alert.
With a mental effort to whisk away, instead opens icons start flowing quickly through the vision.
I stand up quickly, blank look on my face. This is Unit 4178. Oh, what in the... Whoa! What just happened? Sorry.
I look back over my shoulder at Red.
I look at Frankie.
I say, what was that, Red? I walk up to him and look at him in the eyes. I'm examining him.
Images reversed, tiny. A new icon appears, Red. Locating.
Was that Unit 17. What was that? Like looking, checking them out. I say, shit. Why don't you let me plug you in? Let's run a diagnostic, Red.
Yes, sir. I sort of plop down in a seat, extend my arm to get access to my my port.
Walk over to my deck.
I look at Frankie and I
Table.
say, nod toward Red. I say, so is he hot too? Is he like on the run? What's happening to this guy?
I don't know. He's basically just a lost puppy. Thought I'd try to fix it up. Some other piece of junk in my junkyard. Pull up the cable out. He's a pretty nice piece of junk, though. I can tell you that. I had a couple looks under the hood. Plug in.
Should I be jealous?
I plug into his jack. Have got it like just under his neck, I guess. So.
Familiar image appears. Red. Diagnostics. Run diagnostics. Accept. Decline.
I accept the diagnostic scan. I turn to Mr. Pockets. I think somebody's trying to find me. There's something about locating popping up in my vision there. Did I say something, Mr. Pockets?
I say, yeah, you said you were unit something. I wasn't listening. I start like typing away and trying to find. I said, someone's looking for you. You want someone to find you, Red?
Well, I don't know if I want someone to find me, but they're sure as heck looking.
The lost puppy got an owner. I start rolling a new cigarette.
Someone, yeah.
Frankie. The deck picks up an ultra low frequency carrier wave. It's new. It's still active. And picked up by some high-tech integrated antenna incorporated into Red's chassis, into his metal bones themselves.
I think he's transmitting. I say, hey, Alan, you ever... No, you don't know shit about that. That was Brick. And I stand up and walk over to the transmitter.
So maybe you can try to wrap his head in foil or some shit. Pull out his teeth.
What do you think? I made a $1 Walk over to the transmitter and start trying to capture the transmission. Hit like a record button.
Encrypted screens start coming through as the hacked together transmission rig captures the ultra low frequency carrier wave. Red.
Hat taken off and sort of set on the table. The various diagnostics and warnings and labels coming up into my vision. I look at Alan. I say, this might get a little bit dangerous, Mr. Richer. This kind of thing is a bit dodgy.
I seem unfazed, but I say, why would you say it's dangerous, Red? This encryption is very advanced.
Well, after hardly meeting the man for more than 5 seconds, I can tell you that Mr. Richer is, let's say 6'2", probably 185 pounds, looks to be skilled in close quarters combat, and, well, if I'm being honest, Mr. Pockets could probably take you in a fair fight.
All right.
I nod.
I say, hey, I used to do a little boxing when I was younger. What the hell are you talking about, Red? I start punching around. on my keyboard again, trying to figure out the signal.
Roll with Boone. Success. Signal correlates with a recent packet delivery coming in from a ship that has just arrived from one of the inner systems, not core, one of the inner systems.
I say, I think your owner might have just made planetfall. Red? I start
Systems on
tracing-
loop. It's a loop.
tracing the I start trying to track the packet of the new ship to get some identification from it.
I'm rolling a cigarette. I look at Red. I say, excited? Maybe you're gonna find back your daddy.
I
Coming
sure
in
hope
from
there's a finder's fee for this stuff.
success on the identification. Ship coming in, standard hauler, one that has been making runs into the inner system from salvaged things, mostly the exotic alloys that made the blast furnaces that refined the catalyst from that fuel. It's not heading in this direction at all. And now the rig chimes in that carrier wave has ceased broadcasting. Coincides with the last of the burst from the packet as it's delivered to the system.
Looks like the carrier wave's gone. Coincided with the packet.
Red.
Maybe someone who's looking for you is piggybacking off of the packet on this cargo vessel. Looks pretty standard. Just looking at my monitor.
I give a moment of pause and say, Mr. Pockets, I'm afraid I don't know what many of those words mean, but does that mean they're still looking for me?
I'm looking at the scene unfold. Interested.
I'm just like talking to Alan. I say, I don't know that their owner's here, but Red's owner probably knows he's here. I try to find more details from the packet, see if it's
Roll
meant
roll
to
your
be.
hacking.
And Red, and I talking
make it
to
a
both
6.
Frankie and Red. Red doesn't want to be his owner to know he's here, right?
I never
Frankie,
got it straight out.
success. The packet now, the deck modified as it has been, now shows that that carrier wave signal that Red received is now compiling code. It's writing a code in Red's operating system, and it's pinging out a location. The location of this code and the particular piece, the module as identified by the deck, is a behavioral modification module tied to performance.
Say, Red, it looks like you're getting an update. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and I just mutter to myself as I try to shut off his receiving protocols. I'll make that a 6 too.
Success. Red. That icon, that locating icon, dereses in the view.
When the icon dereses, my vision sort of fades out and then fades back in. Shake my head. Mr. Pockets,
My hand slides to like a pistol that's under my desk, strapped to the bottom of my desk. How you feeling, Red?
I think I'm okay. I think I'd do very well if we didn't do that again.
Am I witnessing something that I shouldn't?
I just look at Red, now focused on Red, ignoring Alan. I say,
right hand sort of shaking.
hey, Alan, why don't you take Red's gun again? Make sure it's safe. I look at Alan.
I look at Red. I stand up on my feet. Step
Red.
toward him.
A flashback, a memory, a ghost in the coding, an image of another person, not Alan, asking for a sidearm for an inspection, wearing a uniform in a gleaming, clean, smooth-walled vessel. Others, 4 others, standing at parade rest. And then the memory, the ghost, the errant code disappears. And there's Alan reaching out.
In a blink of an eye, the gun is out of my holster and aimed at Alan. I flip it forward, flip it back, place it into his hand.
I'm too shocked to even pull the gun out. I'm just like,
Take the gun. I like hold like that for a second. And I step away. Put his gun in my waistband of my slack.
Red,
Back
someone.
to the table.
I say, start typing as I'm investigating what little part of the packet I copied. I say, Red, I think someone was trying to locate you, like you said, and maybe update you. They probably know you're here. Look at Alan. No, this hasn't happened before.
Hey.
I sort of kind of brush some dust off of my clothes and turn to Alan and say, "Well, still want that demonstration, Mr. Richer?"
I think I'm good.
Red, I think it'd be best if you powered down until we figure this out. Do you want to go into recharge mode for a little bit?
Very well. I'll retire to my quarters. Turn to start walking out the door.
I snatch the cord out from him before it pulls too tight. Just watch.
I'll watch him go away too.
Open the door. Begin to make my way towards my quarters. A small cot, sort of tucked away beside a shed. A crummy-looking desk with some belongings on it. A leather satchel, crumpled up. Pamphlet or brochure. Sit down on the bed.
I look at Frankie. So, We're bringing quite serious stuff there with the cowboy.
Yeah, just looking through scrolling through the data. Stand up and walk over to the transmitter to take a look at the encrypted data, see if I can see anything. I say, his cybernetic brain is I've never seen anything like it. I guess that's what they say about curiosity and the cat. Scrolling.
Those kind of I guess machine not allowed in the core system.
Yeah, well, no offense, Alan, but not allowed is kind of my specialty. Lots of stuff gets lost in here. That's not really lost.
I grabbed the crumpled up pamphlet, sort of flatten it out, flip it over to the backside. There's a small blurb about the founder of the Western attraction. See the man's picture there and a symbol of a company, corporation.
A new flashback appears, unbidden, behind Red's eyes. A number of tourists, families, and others wearing their gaudy tourist wear, watching the Western show as put on. A memory, like a dream, and then it passes.
That
Try to-
freaky. Was me once that was the lost, not really lost puppy that ended up here. And if this thing got once, I guess maybe it got some kind of free will. And if it doesn't want to be found, then maybe it shouldn't.
Yeah, I bet you think your toaster likes you too. Scrolling up the crypto. I'm trying to identify the type of encryption to see if it's military or corporate espionage.
Is there a difference anymore?
Success, military, core, recent, new.
I think we had a problem here, Alan.
Well, that's kind of my specialty.
Red. The memory shifts. Now a man wearing a business suit speaking to the manager's face resembles one of the pictures on the back of the brochure. A conversation recorded, perhaps by accident. Yes, sir. Yes, the development has gone ahead of schedule. We've only had a few hiccups, but gestures back at Red's to Red's perspective as of his memory of the encounter. This one in particular, very promising. In fact, I think we could accelerate the timeline. Well, costs are out of control. It's going to have to happen soon. The memory dereses.
I seated on the bed, my hand on the prop 6-shooter that I used in my performance days, sort of mindlessly twisting it on my finger. I snatch it, knuckles going white as my grip tightens on it.
So what do you think, Frankie?
We got to
How's
get
the-
out. I shut off. I'm starting to shut off like the big panel. I say, we got to get the hell out of here. if it is what I think it is, they could be on their way here right now with on. We just need to leave. Did you bring a car, or you got a? That's all right.
Got a cat.
I got something.
So you think it's that urgent?
I don't care if it's that urgent. It might be that urgent. Will you just listen to me for once in your life, Alan?
I listened to you many times.
All right. I look at the door to Red's room, thinking to myself,
Bring him over.
A bird flies off to the sky, and without a second thought, with the prop gun in my hand, I aim towards it, following it perfectly until it leaves my view.
kind of like rubbing my lips or rubbing my chin. I lick my lips a little bit. And I say, "Yeah, he's coming with us." Walk over to the door. Open
I stand up. I follow behind Frankie.
I say, "Red, we're gonna head out for a little bit. Why don't you come with us?"
I stand up. Oh, alrighty then. I reckon some fresh air would be good for clearing my mind.
I look at the prop gun in Red's end, and I point toward it, and look at Frankie. So you got another one?
That's some toy he's got. I don't know. Let's go to. Let's take the truck, Red.
Roger that.
Walk into.
I'll go grab her right now. Start going out of the room, making my way towards the garage.
I walk into a separate room. I got a leather knapsack there. I'm opening it up, stuffing in some stuff.
I'm just like looking from the previous room to the door, looking at Frankie.
I say, "Hey, get the drone!" Yelling it out.
I go back to the table. I said, like, this thing here?
Is it the drone?
I start like picking some piece. I don't know.
A leisurely gait, getting into the garage. This old rusted red pickup truck. Open up the door, get inside. All right, you old steel horse, don't fail me now. As I try to start her up.
I'm walking out of my bedroom and I just throw the knapsack into Alan's chest and I say, "I'll get it." Go over, start like struggling with it a little bit.
I just catch the bag. I would have.
You don't know what a drone looks like.
I don't know what part is like.
Well, I need
a bunch of peas there.
I need that part, the one you got, and then get those two.
See, I was on the one. I was getting it, and I tried to holding the bag. I tried to reach for the other part one of them that he pointed out.
The high pitched whine, the actuators, and the ultra capacitors of the pickup truck fire up with a lurch, not so gentle. Grav plates lifted off the ground. It rattles a little bit, but now mobile.
Slowly pull forwards, pulling around to the front of the office.
I'm walking out of the office, and I unload the heavy salvage drone shell into the back of the truck. Makes the dip a little bit. A large clang.
Open the back door of the truck, and I throw in the bag in it with the piece, and I put the piece next to it, the two little pieces that I had in my hand, and I climb in.
Walk around to the driver's side and I say, "No offense, Red, but
Oh, of course, yes, sir, Mr. Pockets." And I step out of the driver's seat. Just a moment. I got to grab something real quick. And I quickly
we're in a
run into-
hurry, Red." I say, "Son."
Yes, sir. I'm coming as quick as I can. I run back to my room, grab my leather satchel, sort of stuff the things back into it, and hop into the bed of the truck.
I lean over to Alan as Red's getting his shit, and I say, "He's got to be worth a fortune."
So it's just like just something you're salvaging to sell.
Always got to keep a little leverage. And feel the clunk of the red in the back. Start driving off.
I look at the little cross tattoo that I have on my hand. Rub it in my other hand.
The pickup truck, as it heads through on the hot side of the planet, kicks up some dust. As a grav vehicle, it can pick up decent speed. Above a certain speed, the cabin seals itself. In the back, Red, the wind tears at your cowboy hat and flaps at the vest and the greasy shirt, trying to pry your leather satchel from your hands as it continues to move quickly, heading off in a very particular direction. Soon the temperature moderates. Some greenery is seen, even some standing water, as the old grav truck passes through the more temperate zone of the planet. Traffic picks up, even a few pedestrians, a few shops even. Now, instead of just large six-wheeled or tracked heavy vehicles, some other flyers appear, passenger vehicles, the remnants of a once prosperous planet, now sad in their contrast to the dilapidated heavy industries that are now left behind. The traffic moves quickly, passing through the temperate zone, and now the temperature descends. A permanent twilight extends out in front of the truck.
I lean forward between the two seats, with now the passenger seat in the front being empty. I say, Red, where are you taking us? No, Frankie, where are you taking us?
I say, "I'm coasting along. I got my elbow outside of the window, catching the breeze blowing in." I say, "You said you wanted your ident chip, didn't you? We're gonna need that to get out of the system."
So we're going straight to there?
Well, it's not like it's sitting on the ground. Figured we gotta check the spot out. You know,
I lean
not
back in
be
the
reckless.
I lean back in my seat. So, I'll follow your lead.
About time you wisened up.
I sort of pull open the back window on the truck, sort of dip my head, not poking through, but leaning towards. Mr. Pockets, just how big is this? Just how big is this chip we're aiming to get?
We're not going to get a ship, Red.
Chip, and I now I stick my head inside. Chip, sir.
Oh,
This identification chip.
look over at Alan. I say, how did you know we were going to get a chip, Red?
Well, I do have excellent hearing, sir.
Not at all.
I look at Frankie, raising my eyebrow.
I say, I think it's should fit in your hand, in my hand. It's ident chip, Red.
Alrighty then. It's not something that we'll need the truck to haul off, is it?
No, why do you ask?
Just curious is all. I don't really know how these things work.
One of us might keister it, Red. Would you be up for the test?
I'm afraid I don't understand you're talking there, Pilgrim.
He's not anatomically correct like that, I don't think. You know
You don't
what? I
think it
never
is?
checked.
I say,
I laugh.
well, if you're talking about hiding it, and I sort of start unbuttoning my white shirt, kind of leaning awkwardly as the wind starts to kind of blow into it. I have this compartment here, and I click a button, and it small, about the size of a book, opens up. Will it fit in that?
I look back.
Should.
Just my Red.
The blue-white lights of the pickup truck play over a sign. A few of the lights that would normally illuminate a proud sign announcing the Jody Fern mine of the Porter Mining Conglomerate. The once proud sign is spoiled by a new sign that's been plastered over the old, saying, now under the management of Cabral TSO Acquisitions, trespassers will be prosecuted. Mine closed. The road continues on.
So everything changed since you barely recognize anything. Few years.
Well, yeah, I guess so. It's these TSO guys. Just one of the vultures picking at the bones. Don't worry, you're about to rob one of them. I wink at him.
Up ahead, a new light in the distance. A small building, a security shack guarding the entrance of where previously thousands, tens of thousands would come to work on their shifts at the mine. Now, just a roadblock. The lone security guard.
I cut the lights on the truck.
I pull my gun from my waistband, and I check that it's loaded, and that I got a bullet in the chamber. I put it back. So what about the Red? You say he was a good shot?
I've never seen him shoot a man before. I don't know if he can.
I don't know if
But
that's
he's a good
reassuring
job.
or
Well, it's not very useful. And I pull over to the side of the road. I say, I think the ship is in this facility. If my information's correct. I look over at him.
that's the ship that you gave them, and I'm turning toward the back window, and I'm opening it as I say that to Frankie with Red's gun in my hand.
The window open. I turn to Alan. I say, "Is that for me?" Reaching out.
I pass it back to Red.
Well, I put my hand up there to stop. I say, let's give it a little bit of time. I'm not saying we should go in there guns blazing. What are you, a psycho? Look at Alan.
I shrug. I said, "Oh, sorry, Red. Daddy say you cannot play Red yet."
I thought you were a subtle guy.
Yeah, but hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
In the
Okay.
distance, new lights appear. A massive, multi-wheeled land train rolls up from the other side of the security shack. Its heavy lights illuminating far ahead. A security barrier lifts as the massive vehicle trundles away, shaking the ground around the now stopped pickup truck as it barrels towards the temperate zone away from the mine.
Close back the back window. Sorry, Red.
I say,
I
we're
sink back
looking
in my seat.
for a guy named Costas Shear. He's the guy who I gave the ship to.
I
Okay.
sort of plop down in the back of the truck, sort of defeated, watching the train pass by.
Anyways, he set up his operation in the Porter Mining headquarters over there. So
What
if
is
you
it
got any
about?
information? What is he
Is he a
about?
bit of a gangster, or is it a bit like just a corporate shystster?
Same difference.
For us, yes, but in the eye of the law,
What law?
I guess.
Like you said, things have changed in the last few years.
Mm.
Anyways, I could drive up closer, probably get around this guy, but they're probably going to spot us. Do you want to check it out? Look at him.
You want me to go scout ahead?
Well, it's just my knee isn't what it used to be,
I can go
You
out a
feel-
peek.
You want to go take Red with you?
Maybe I should go by myself. Can Red be subtle? It's
Sometimes. I don't know what
I
he can
turn-
do.
I
be
turn
honest.
toward the back window, open it. I say, "Hey, Red, you want to go for a walk?"
I turn back to look at Alan. I thought you'd never ask.
I shut the back window, I open the door, and I step off the pickup truck, and I stretch.
Hey, you still smoking those cigarettes you always had?
Yeah? You want one?
Oh, I'm going to be sitting here for a while. Take a couple if you don't mind.
I take my tobacco pouch, Do you want to roll them yourself, or should I give you some?
My hands still work. Put my hand out.
I give him the pouch.
Good luck.
Put it back last minute. I say, let me roll one for myself, just in case.
Oh, just in case you die, can you did land the horizon where I told you, right? Just in case.
Yes.
I give him a
Sort of
smirk.
step forward. I step forward. I say, "That's not going to be a problem. You safe with me, ain't that right, Mr. Richer?"
I'm rolling the cigarette,
I look
and I
at Alan.
shrug. I say, we'll see about that.
I look at Alan with a shit-eating grin on my face. I say, hurry back.
The air
Give
is
back the
cool.
tobacco to him.
The air is cool. The wind is insistent. The vegetation on the side of the road is grasses, a genetically engineered grass that can take the permanent twilight. Up ahead, the shack. Broken asphalt that should have lasted forever, now in disrepair, slowly turning to gravel under the weight of these heavy, heavy land trains, wheeled trains.
I turned toward Red, and I hand him back his gun. I said, don't tell Frankie.
Put the gun in my holster. Secret safe with me, feller.
I said, call me Alan or Richer, but drop the mister. Weirds me out.
All right, Alan. How do you want to tackle this?
We're just there to have a look, see if the ship is there. You know something about ship?
Well, I've wrangled a wagon or two in my day.
You can just say no. All right. Let's try not to draw any attention to us. We're just gonna, walk around like you belong. We're gonna move away from people, but and like try to act like you're busy and you have something to do here. You have some business doing here, right? I look around the yard.
Sitting in the truck. Got the rolling the cigarette as I'm looking around. Yeah, outside trying to see if anyone's coming up. Seeing how long I can see Alan.
The road continues ahead and then is abruptly stops. This is a road that only went to the Porter Mining Conglomerate's main, the jewel of their mining emperor, the Jody Fern mine. They're silhouetted by the lights of the shack off in the distance. The horizon glows from the still working lights of the breaking operation, stripping what was once a proud facility down to its skeleton and then selling that off too.
I look around like for some tools or some material that is lying down.
At this point, grasses cover the sides, the ditches of the road, a berm, and an electrified fence continues as far as the eye can see, broken only by this road that leads to the entrance to the Jody Fern mine facility. The small rusted pieces of metal and detritus that are cast off from loose loads that have trundled through this area are the only things that appear to be man-made. Those are lost in the grasses themselves.
Grab a piece of metal that is laying on the ground, and I toss it against the fence.
It sparks, and a red light appears on the fence post above where it struck. In the distance, a whine as a drone lifts off from the guard shack. Its blinking flight lights appear in the twilight. It streaks over to investigate. A spotlight appears.
Gun in
Turn toward-
hand, I aim it towards the direction of the sound. I say, Alan, are we doing this?
Red, roll d6. Success. Eyesight, unbidden, brings up specifications, vectors, velocities, comparative models of this new surveillance drone, unarmored, percentile chances of penetration by the rounds in your high-tech revolver.
I think
I
I got a
step,
pretty good.
I step like I'm moving away from the fence now, trying to get out of the spotlight. I say, I don't think it's the right time to go guns a blazing.
Moving towards the grass in the ditch. Say, I think you're right. Might want to hide out for a quick second.
I go crouch in the ditch. I got my hand on my gun in my waistband, looking at the drone.
I catch a glimpse of the spotlight, and I just chuckle to myself. Oh, Alan.
The drone streaks through the air, moving quickly. Its spotlight tracking the fence, checking for breaks in the fence. It stops where the flashing red light on the fence post is activated. It hovers there for a moment, turns 360 degrees. A red laser appears, flashing through the air, scanning in high resolution. The part of that scan touches further down the road. The drone then whips down the fence line to where in the pickup truck is parked. It hovers there, and a voice comes over an intercom or a loudspeaker, broadcasting above the whine of the drone's impellers.
Oh, yeah. I put the car in reverse, or the truck.
This is a CTSO acquisitions facility. Trespassing is not allowed. We are authorized to use all reasonable methods to prevent incursion into a dangerous facility. It says.
Well, good luck, Alan. I hit the gas and start going in reverse.
The taillights of the lights of the truck now receding behind, a drone hovering above it, broadcasting over speakers a message to the driver.
I stand up, seeing the quickly leaving headlights. Go, Alan, I think Mr. Pockets is in a bit of trouble. Apparently that hound there got a whiff of his scent and is stuck on him now.
I put my hand on the shoulder of a Red. I say, Frankie can take care of himself. Let him do his thing. We have like our own trouble to take care of.
I put my head out the window as I'm going reverse. I said I'm leaving. Yell at the drone. So I make like a quick sort of 2-point turn, and
The drone hovers above the truck as it arrests its reverse motion and then swings around. Tail lights now visible from Alan and Red's perspective as they shrink in the distance. The drone does not pursue, but instead returns to the shack, the guard house, streaking overhead. As chance would have it, it passes directly over Red and Alan on its return trip to the guard shack.
I stay in the ditch, motionless, hoping not to be noticed.
Roll.
Nope.
The drone stops. Spotlight now shining directly onto Alan. A recording comes out. This is a restricted area. This is an operation of the Cabral TSO acquisitions operation. Do you require medical assistance?
I lift my hand and say, like, we're in the fucking ditch. That belongs to no one.
This road is property of the Cabral TSO acquisitions company. It was acquired through a bankruptcy auction. You are trespassing.
Pistol in hand.
The spotlight
Trained.
immediately turns from white to red as a pistol comes into view.
I let off 2 shots at the drone, aiming at the impellers.
Roll with Boone. Success.
The round rips through the impeller.
The drone rapidly loses altitude, smashes into the ground, kicking up tufts of this hardy, genetically engineered grass.
I draw my gun, like, as soon as I hear, like, the gunshot going. And then I turn toward Red. I say, like, fuck it. Now they're gonna send more of that shit.
All of the pylons of the fence turn red.
So there we go.
I'm parked just outside of the no trespass sign. I have a set of binoculars, like looking at it, standing on top of the bed of the truck. Spot the red glow of the light pollution coming from the facility. I go, damn.
All of the fences, all the tops of the fence now, strobing red light.
Alan, we need to move.
Yeah, I'm already, like, standing up and running away from the fence in the grass.
I follow.
A siren in the distance.
I get back in the truck driver's side and turn on the truck and pull back into the restricted area. Start driving back towards the facility.
I say to Alan, I think we should try to get into that security office. See if there's an off switch or something.
I'm running away from the fence still and swerving toward, like, where we came from, like a bit like going in a curve. I say, Right, there's gonna be a bunch of guard and drone there. We won't be able to shoot them all.
There's got to be a way through.
Still running. I'm not replying to that.
Frankie, a buzz in your pocket.
Oh. I pull out this device.
Message. The message is a picture, high resolution, of Frankie leaning out the truck's window, looking up at the drone.
Shit.
The next message comes through. If you were coming for a visit, you should have called ahead. What is it? From Costas.
I just toss it on the dash. Put the gas on the truck, start increasing my speed towards the facility.
The grav truck accelerates over the broken pavement road. There, Alan running towards the truck, illuminated from the truck headlights play out a little bit ahead. There's an alarm that comes up on the windscreen, potential collision, pedestrian.
I stop the truck as quickly as I can.
I run to the truck and I climb in the back seat.
And I say, "Where's Red? Where's Red?"
Kicking up dust behind him, I hop over the side of the truck, clomping down into the bed. I yell into the back of the window. I think I may have kicked the hornet's nest there, Mr. Pockets. My apologies.
I floor it again and start heading, instead of away from the facility, start heading laterally, as if I'm going around the facility.
I lean over like the front seat and I say like, security is tight for a breakdown operation.
The road is much bumpier as we're like hitting these like large mounds, and
the old grav truck
clay.
struggles to maintain its minimum clearance. Every so often, alarms, collision alarms, some alarming bumps, and then tufts of grass that are tossed up by the undercarriage of the grav truck.
I don't know. I guess these vultures are used to vengeance. I don't know.
Or they, and I'm
Be this
bumping,
tight.
are they doing something like they shouldn't? Like there's something else, like drone and all? Get the fence, but
I got no idea, but they got my face. They know that I'm here. I look at Alan with a worried expression.
couldn't you have just called and tried to have a meeting with the guy?
Oh, great idea, Alan.
Seated in the bed of the truck, drones ahead in the distance. My gun is still trained on them. In the bumping of the bed, my aim is still true. Robotic in nature.
As we're
Roll
bumping,
D6 for me, Red. Success. The new drones are different. Definitely weaponized. Anti-personnel size, not anti-vehicular. There's 2 of them in air.
as I'm bumping, I say, "I just thought we'd have a good time, like old times." Steve,
I'm
these guys. These guys are assholes. They
leaning over
they
like
they weren't really polite when they asked me for another horizon.
Can you hack those drone or some shit? Can you?
I lean into the truck and say, we got two banditos on our tail end. Looks like they're armed with sidearms of their own.
I say, maybe we should find a hideout instead. I was thinking we could maybe bust in, but this truck isn't really getting away from them very good.
Frankie, roll D6 for me. Up ahead, a road cuts through the lateral progress. Another gate. This one unmanned.
I make a sharp turn, blowing up a bunch of that dirt from the free area. Start beelining for that gate, and I say, just like old times, Alan.
You're just gonna ram that fucking gate?
You're damn right I am.
I hold myself on the two front seat, pushing myself against toward the back, bracing for impact.
Frankie, roll again.
Red, hold on to something.
I grab the drone, holding it in my arms. Other arm on the top of the truck.
What appeared to be okay. What appeared to be a wooden barrier is reinforced. The old pickup truck slams into it at speed. Everyone make miraculous saves.
Oof. I'm gonna make that a 5.
I'm gonna hero die. It's fail.
Frankie, failure. The truck stopped. You didn't.
Okay, I go flying through the windshield and
It shatters.
over the hood of the truck and go rolling on the other side of the wooden gate
Barrier now on the other side, gusseted and braced by some steel. The grass covered unused road cushions some of the blow, but not all. Take one strike. Red, success. You stay. Your android strength creasing the metal of the top of the pickup truck, but keeping it in. Alan,
I quickly
sorry,
step
ahead.
out of the truck, and I run to Frankie. I said, "Frankie, you okay?"
I'm lying on my back, looking up at the sky, my eyes wide. Just start kind of laughing. Oh yeah!
Coming up on the other side.
Better than ever.
On the other side of Mr. Pockets, I set down the drone. Dadgummit, Mr. Pockets, what have you done this time? Sort of assessing his. My vision is filled with medical schematics and assessment of his of any damage to his person. See a couple broken ribs, mild concussion.
I say, hey, don't scare me with that shit. I don't know what kind of gonna give me cancer or something.
And I sit down on the grass and I pull the cigarette that I rolled earlier before giving my tobacco to Frankie, and I light it up. Take a big drag.
Sit up slowly and I say, well, we'd better find that sapphire. Stand up slowly.
The unused road stretches off in the twilight. In the distance, some white lights, some light pollution just over the horizon.
Take another like big long drag with a cigarette. Then I stand up, dust myself off. So well, I guess now we're here, right? And
Grab
they know we're
Alan's
here.
wrist. Grab Alan's wrist and pull myself up. Kind of lean into him and pat him on the back and say, "Yeah, we're already here."
I lean down, grab the drone. Mr. Pockets, you want me to leave this with the truck, or should I fire this puppy up and bring her with us?
I think it's best you get that gun out, Red. I say, just leave it with the truck. Who cares?
Alrighty then. Turn around to take it back to the truck.
Maybe we can come by and pick it up on our way out of here.
Yeah. I'm sure this can't be that easy.
Sorry, Alan. I didn't mean to get you into this mess.
It's okay. What can we do?
A whine in the distance as two drones approach. The dust cloud kicked up by the now destroyed old grav truck.
I think we ought to be moving.
I start walking briskly. I start kind of a weak jog towards the main office facility further in.
I walk casually, a bit slow behind them, dragging behind.
I look back to Alan and say, come on, move your feet now. Sort of attending to Mr. Pockets.
Up ahead, some larger buildings illuminated by floodlights pointing up at them, former headquarters. And then a very loud sound of the thrusters of a orbital shuttle landing at the facility. The running lights of the shuttle, sleek, small, like a small landing ship, comes screaming in, flares at the end. The roar, it lands just beyond the headquarter buildings.
I run to catch up with the rest of the group. See, so more company coming in.
I've slowed down to a walk, and I put my hands on my hips and just kind of look around. Just sigh deeply. Hopeless. I say, maybe you should get out of here, Alan.
I turn back toward the destroyed truck. I say, ow.
I hadn't thought that far yet. Just looking around.
My eyes dance up and down on this large vessel. Turn to Frankie. Mr. Pockets, is that the ship that you were talking about? The one that we're here for?
No, that ain't it, Red. How do you feel about commandeering it? It's
Well,
a good vehicle as any to take over. Unless you know it's full of armed men sent to kill us.
Which is probably the case.
I give a sort of an understanding nod. Well, I reckon we could at least take out a couple of them. Hand sort of resting on my pistol.
I start like rushing toward the side. I say,
Try to grab Alan before he. That's what I say. Alan, let me and this idiot robot make a distraction. You get out of here.
So no, Red. Like I'll, Frankie. I'll go get some. I'll go get some cover. And
it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
The two drones that were screaming through the air heading towards the crashed truck now veer towards the headquarter facility. As they get over to where the landing pad is and this small vessel, they then just take overwatch positions above. Their floodlights bathing the ground, the perpetual twilight with a bright light, showing a meeting as a hatch opens on the smaller space-worthy craft. A man comes out, flanked by two others. Floating behind them, some crates. Crates are led forward by a fourth man. Meeting them on the tarmac is a group of others. The brilliant white of a clean, expensive, starched shirt reflects the light of the floodlights from above and the running lights from the ship. That man walks forward, his shoes brilliant, shining as he walks towards the lead man, a hand outstretched in greeting. They shake as other security personnel hold their weapons at low ready, watching this exchange.
So I go hide behind like some mechanical structure.
Success.
Take some cover
Around
there.
there's abandoned mining equipment just left there, now rusting. Plenty of places to hide. They give vantage point to this exchange, Alan.
I'm
Clearly
keeping an
a
eye on it.
deal going down.
Guns in hand.
I look over at Red and I say, look out for Alan. I'll be fine. And I go and hide in another location nearby. A couple of barrels off to the side.
Red.
I
Frankie.
I stumble as I get to the barrels and start coughing.
One of the barrels gets tipped over. It makes a loud sound. Reaction from the meat is immediate. Guns come out, from both parties, pointing at one another. The man in the suit puts his hands up. Obviously trying to diffuse the situation. He gestures with his hand impatiently, and two of the security staff of Cabral TSO acquisitions peel off, illuminating light beams on the end of their subguns, walking in the direction of the sound Frankie has made. Red.
Torn between the two, I look back and forth, seeing Mr. Pockets collapsed. I quickly rush over to him, try to help him back up to his feet.
Shove him away. I said, "Do what I said, Red. Go to Alan." And I walk off in the other direction with my hands up.
I curse under my breath. and attempt to quickly rush back towards Alan.
I see the guard coming closer, and I'm looking for a spot I can move closer so I can get into striking range in melee. So trying to figure out if I can get in their way, in their path, close to their path at least.
Roll.
Yeah.
They will pass close, very close. At that distance, they will see, most likely, as their light beams play over Frankie's upstretched hands, they shout out, "You, on the ground, on the ground."
Oh, it's just me. I get on my knees.
They yell out instructions.
My hands are like
very
shaking.
close to Alan.
I wait until to see if one of them is going to move forward.
Crunch on the gravel, moving towards Frankie. Just on the other side of some equipment.
I'm unarmed.
And I jump off my hiding place to grab the guard that is the unsuspecting guard, and I strike him in the back of the head with my the butt of my gun.
Roll with Boone.
From the back.
Success.
And I can actually do it twice.
Yes.
It's a surprise.
With a grunt.
And I'm holding him his chest up, right? I'm just like trying to knock him down.
He goes limp. No longer holding his own weight.
From behind, the sound of heavy footsteps as I am barreling towards the other soldier there and attempt to tackle him to the ground.
Distances exact, measured by your combat systems now active. A countdown, targeting, roll with Boone. The flashlight just moves off of Frankie in time to catch Red streaking towards him. The flashlight moves for a second, and then
I'll make one of those a 5.
Success. Air leaves his lungs as a humanoid figure, much heavier than he ought to be, slams into him. With a crack, he falls to the ground, his light going out.
My hands go down as my eyes adjust to the darkness again. Try to see what's going on.
Alan.
I drag the... Sorry, go ahead.
Underneath Red's body, a wheezing sound as the lead guard sucks air trying to reinflate his lungs.
I drag the guy that I have in my arm back behind some equipment, him being unconscious, and I put my gun away in my waistband and take his, turn the flashlight off.
I scoot the sub gun away from the wheezing soldier, sort of hand on the back of his neck, pressing his face into the ground. You stay right there. Mr. Pockets, how you feeling?
My eyes are like adjusting and just watching Red hurt this man. Going, thanks, Red.
Frankie, as the eyes adjust, beyond in the floodlit space of this landing pad between the buildings of the former mining headquarters. A briefcase is opened by the guy in a suit. He shows the contents to the others as everyone else nervously swivels their head, their guns ready. The man is shown the suitcase. He nods once. The suitcase is closed and handed over to him. Immediately leaves his cargo, walks up into the spacecraft, and it starts whining as it spools up its thrusters ready to take off.
I move toward the trying to remaining hidden, moving toward the closer to the building, closer to the scene. I move like a shadow, and I go right next to the little building, and I looking at the man in the suit and the guy leaving with
Guy
the
leaving,
some
rough
machine gun in
character.
hand.
Rough character. Tattoo visible under the bright lights. A notorious smuggling gang. The suit, expensive. His gold-plated watch reflects light from his expensive custom suit. Beautiful leather shoes. He turns on his heel, gestures impatiently for the security guards to take possession of the crates that were left as the gangsters make their way up the ramp onto their small, matte black shuttle.
I head over, or I get up to my feet and move off to the left towards the small building that Alan was at originally to hide.
I follow Mr. Pockets in tow, sort of keeping a keen eye on Alan's movements. Elusive as they are, skillful, I notice.
A weak cry behind Red. It's the guard. Mr. Shear! Mr. Shear! He calls out weakly. It's drowned out by the whine of the shuttle's thrusters and the drones up ahead, overhead, still shining their floodlights down on the exchange. Red.
I walk back over and elbow the guy in the back of the head, trying to knock him out.
Roll with Boone. Success. His head smashed into the ground. Lights out.
I look to Mr. Pockets. Sort of chuckle. How do you feel about a disguise there, Frankie? Sort of looking at the getup of the two soldiers.
I just look at
Corporate
him
uniform.
a little lost for words, some fear in my eyes.
From my hiding spot, I just look at the scene, waiting for the shuttle to be gone, the other security guard to be busy with the crate. Not too sure how to act next.
With a whine, the orbital shuttle takes off, blasting up. As soon as it's 100 feet above the ground, all of its running lights turn off. And then with just the bluish plume of its thrusters, it rockets higher. A sonic boom as it builds speed, climbing out of atmosphere. The drones stay overhead, illuminating the cargo, which is now moved into towards one of the buildings. The suit also leaves, flanked by 2 security officers heading towards the main building.
Cover my eyes watching the black shuttle take off.
Have the jacket of one of the soldiers in one hand, and one of their helmets in the other. Take off my cowboy hat and replace it with the helmet, sort of barely fitting, a little bit too big. The jacket as well, just a little bit too big.
I move behind, back to now that the scene is clear, to where Frankie and Red would be, to see if they're okay.
Spot Alan walking around to the back side of this building, and I head towards that corner to meet up with him.
What's up?
I don't know if we're lucky or unlucky. I'm just like looking around. I say, whatever's in those crates, probably pretty valuable though. Not that I think
And
we're
they probably-
already. Yeah.
They probably don't want to know people that they have that too. So it seems very highly illegal.
I walk up with another helmet, another jacket in hand. Say, oh, well, hey there, Alan. How's this for an idea? And I sort of hold up the clothing.
I look at Red, the clothing, and I look at Frankie. That could be an angle.
I say, I hopefully that I don't know if they're putting the crates in the same place as the ship with the ident ship that we're after, but
Oh, you think that might be like some collector item that they're gonna bring with the other collector item?
you saying the crates are the collector item?
Some smuggling gang that brought them over. It's either that or drugs. Who knows?
It just seems like a bunch of more reasons to kill us. So I don't. If they're not looking for us anymore, maybe this is our chance to get out of here.
We'll need a ride though.
Yeah. I peer around the corner to look for any vehicles around.
Does that ring a bell?
Shear? Yeah, that's the owner of Costa Shear. That's the owner of the TSO.
That's the guy.
Yeah, was that the guy in the suit? Did you hear a name or something?
Yeah, they call him Mr. Shear.
Tracks.
I turn to Frankie and I say, "What wasn't that one feller yelling out Mr. Shear's name right before I whacked him on the back of the head?"
Right. I guess you can kill without any problems. How, Red?
He's not dead. Sort of look over to the still unmoving body.
Some blood spreading out from underneath his head, which still lies motionless on the ground. He might be breathing.
Well, Steer's the guy that owns the ship, Alan.
So do we beat him up until he gives up the chip? Do we
I
try
don't
to
know.
blackmail him? Do we
I
try
don't
to
know
make a
much
trade?
about him, but he probably doesn't like to get beat up.
Well, maybe it's worth a shot. Some people like it.
We could always just take the ship.
We don't want the old ship, though.
We need a ride out of here.
We do need a ride out of here.
I think he's just got it up on blocks over there. I don't know if he's keeping it operational. Sort of a hobby thing for him, I think. But we can certainly figure that out once we get inside.
I point to the main building where Shear went. See, inside there. And then I point to the other building where when they brought the crate, or inside there.
The two buildings, markedly different. The headquarters building where Mr. Shear entered, a glass tower office building. The other building, a large warehouse.
Ship could be that warehouse.
That's what I put my money on.
I think you're right, Alan.
But we know there's going to be at least 2 guard there, the one that brought those crates.
This is probably the worst time to be trying this operation we're on here.
Sort of gesture to the guard clothes. Well, we at least have a plan B. Or plan A.
So why don't you like I look at the jacket and the Reds and I say, why don't you put that on, Frankie?
Because they're not going to hire some 65-year-old guard with a bum leg. Just look at him.
I lend the gun, the guard gun that I have in my hand to him. I say, blind them with the flashlight in their face. They won't notice your age. I'll sneak around to the back.
I don't like it, Alan.
Sort of stand off to the side, looking over the area. How about this? Why don't you put it all on, Alan? And you and I act like we're taking Mr. Pockets here to be a prisoner, or what if he's been commissioned to overlook the ship? We try to take that slant. At least get in that way.
They got my face. They know I
And
was
they,
here.
Yeah.
And they're hunting me, so it makes sense that they would have me. As a prisoner, though, I don't know about an employee.
So we could try pretend that we found you. We found the guy sneaking around.
Yeah.
But they know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
You have your deck with you?
I left all that stuff in the truck when I made my hasty exit. go back there to it. Probably should just keep walking. Walk back to civilization.
I dig around in my my leather satchel, pull out my data pad. Say,
I got water.
what?
One of the helmets speaks. Hey, Marley. Marley, quit messing around. Why are you still out there? And is Aldridge still with you? He's not picking up. Marley, come in. Speaking through the helmet comm system.
I put my hand like over the helmet before Red can talk to it inside. I say, they call each other by first name. They'll know we're not them.
Marley, you better answer. Hey, listen, the boss is all uptight. He says he's expecting somebody any minute, ready to complete something he's working on. It has to do with that ship. Marley, hello?
I press the button on the side of the helmet.
Click.
Say, yes, Marley here.
Marley, why do you sound so funny?
And
What the hell are you doing, Red?
my voice changes to sound like the sort of the wheezing voice of the one that I knocked out. I say, sorry, got into a bit of a scuffle. It's all clear though. You said the boss was expecting someone?
Wait, scuffle, Marley, where are you? We'll send some guys over. I got Whitfield and Hargreave are both in the hangar. Listen, I got to stay here. The boss is really nervous. Where are you? Are you still out in the field kicking cans?
No, we took we found somebody, but we got him out by the main gate. By the still active gate.
Hold on. We got Penley over there. I'm gonna talk to Penley.
We just need to run away, I think, at this point. Look it out. I got some water in the truck. I shouldn't have dragged you out here. I'm sorry. Should have.
I think it's too late to run away now.
Why?
Click. Marley, Penley says there's nobody over there. There hasn't been any. There was some guys, some vagrant somewhere before. Boss said it was just some nobody, probably just trying to get an angle on some other sail, but
I rip out the communicator microphone.
Rips out.
Well, we just keep sticking our nose in it, don't we?
The side chip ain't worth our lives. Alan, got to get out of here.
Out of the main office building.
I start just walking towards the truck.
Behind from the hangar, door opens. Two men come running out. The main office building, front door opens. Another two men come out. Armed.
I start running after Red, after Frankie.
I follow Alan.
You're right. I should have just called the guy. He probably got something. He's just got a collection. He doesn't care about the stupid item shit. It's a all my ideas. So stupid. Just like rub my head, berating myself.
I put my hand on the Frankie's shoulder. I say, like, man, let's look about the blame like later on. Now we just need to get out of here.
Like I'm 30 years old again. Just following, just heading over there. Start getting a little bit of a jog.
Red.
It's short-lived. That's my knee gives me troubles.
I sort of nod. Well, no one could fault you for trying, Mr. Pockets. But I do think it's probably best if we get out of here.
There, a short distance ahead, the salvage drone lies in the road, discarded, and beyond it, the crumpled front end of the old salvage pickup, still sitting there, resting against the reinforced barrier.
I walk by the truck, and I just like turn around and look behind. My rifle ready.
Walking up to the truck, I try to open up the car door. It's stuck, and I finally yank it so that it opens. Try to looking for my knapsack to grab it.
There,
I kneel down in front of the salvage drone, sort of looking it over.
status light shows green.
I grab my my connector port, place it on the port of the drone. Try to
The drone
connect
powers up.
myself. Try to connect myself to the drone.
Roll with Boone. Yeah, success. Drone comes up online. Not all systems complete. Small anti-grav motor fires up, hovers off the ground. In the distance, flashlights play across the grass. Security men now running towards or down the road towards the truck.
I turn the flashlight on the gun on, and I raise it in front of me, and I yell, "This is and I look over to Red. Ariel, there's a truck here."
My voice changing again, back to the sort of the wheezy sound. Matthew, yeah, man, it's in pretty rough shape. Hey, this drone seems to be malfunctioning. I can't get it off. Can't get it off more than a couple feet off the ground here, man.
The flashlight
see,
keep bobbing as they run towards you.
There's a dead old man
What?
too in the truck.
Man,
What the hell are you guys doing? The two of them.
poor bastard. Probably what set off all the alarms.
4 men come rushing up. Their flashlights on their side, on their sub guns, bobbing as they come up. Marley, in the darkness, they're trying to see the flashlight from Alan interfering with their night vision. Hey, babe, is that you, Marley?
Yeah.
Well, you're not answering your communicator. What happened?
I got a malfunction.
Oh man, This is the worst night you could have a malfunction. They're now a short distance away, closing.
Like the old man in the truck, he got a deck with him. He probably like messed up with it.
Old man, well, you said that the old man's dead.
Reach into my knapsack and grab a taser. Keep it handy as I move and then move behind the truck.
Flashlight's now close, playing towards Alan and Red and the truck as the four come up on the road. Hey, wait.
You gotta check this out.
I mean, it sounds like Marley, but Alan.
I start moving toward the side.
Hey, where are you going?
I'm checking around if there's no anybody else.
Hey, is that truck? That's a truck from before. Yeah, where the boss got that. Yeah, he bought. I think it's the one that he sold him that ship. No, the boss is selling that ship to someone else tonight. Wait a second. There's movement in the truck. All the flashlights come up, playing in through the shattered windshield of the truck. He's moving.
Ducks behind the truck.
Red.
He's not dead. Speaking in my normal voice, the pistol comes up and a series of shots is let off quickly, one after the other, into one of them.
Success. One of the flashlights immediately falters. Alan. Three others there.
I shoot at one of the guy with the rifle.
Success. Another. It's pandemonium as they light up. The two that are injured, struggling to get their rifles to bear. One on Red, the other on Alan. Missing Red. Missing a 3, Alan.
Wait, no, I got a boon on that.
A sudden sharp, fiery pain. 1 strike. The other 2 light up the truck, spraying it. Frankie, hiding behind the truck, showered by shrapnel as rounds rip into the truck. 1 strike. Roll armor.
Oh, okay.
One strike.
I spin around, aiming at the men who are riddling the truck with bullets. Let off another round or 2. I'll make that extra 1 a 5, which allows me to confirm another crit.
2 go down. Alan.
I check for anyone that's still moving and another shot.
2 wounded. The other 2, no, all of these security guards wounded. 2 of them just fell under Red's blazing fast shots. reflexes.
One of them that is standing straight in the face.
It's a headshot. It goes right. The round goes right through his helmet. He falls. The last of the 4 guards still alive. Yep.
Yeah.
Frankie.
I just let out a guttural yell as I run towards this last guard with my taser. I'll confirm it.
Stunned. He drops his gun from his wounded arm, falls to his knees.
I'm like laying on top of him. You feel better now? Get up on my knees. Covered in blood, my face.
I walk over to Mr. Pockets. Say, Frankie, dadgummit, you are bleeding like a stuck pig.
Don't you fucking scan me, Red.
I don't need to scan you to see how messed up you are.
I go to Frankie. I say we need to find a ride to get out of here. Now we're in deep.
I look
Maybe
at him and like stand up slowly. I say, I'm the one with the bum knee. I just put my knapsack over my shoulder, start walking off into the wilderness.
All right, let's end it there. That seems like a decent place to end it.
Yeah.
When everything goes wrong.
What the?
All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Phil.
What you think of that?
I don't know what to think of it. I'll have to watch it.
I felt like I was bucking a plan a bit, Crispy.
Oh no, you do whatever.
Okay.
I have no plan.
That you were bucking up a plan? What do you
I
mean?
was bucking against Crispy's
Oh,
desires.
No. All I know is what the guy was doing with the ship.
Okay.
yeah.
So I had written down that because I had told you before, because we had decided that you were going to try to go for the ship ident, right? The Sapphire.
Yeah.
So all I had written was that Costas, whatever the guy that bought it, that he had that ship at that facility and he was reselling it to someone else after he was modifying it. So that's what I had written. So that's what he was doing. He was selling that ship. So
that day, though.
Well, I mean, that was kind of push. That's a push for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, so it was like I was wanting to do like a recon mission, and it turned into this like huge bad luck scenario where we stumbled into a huge deal.
Yeah.
And it also like one of those cases like where like there's you arrive in the situation and you feel like there's now just like that's a dead end, right? There's no path forward. So at some point just like we're gonna fucking get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because I went for it, and then there's a steel gate making me die almost.
You did roll like shit, don't you?
Yeah.
I rolled a
was
crit
fun.
first.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 first.
You did.
Oh, really?
So it found it.
That's why it found the path.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I can't roll 6s all the time like you, Max.
Like me?
Yeah.
I didn't roll that many.
Yeah. I feel like I rolled the best out of all of us.
Maybe.
Me? I forgot on my first roll. I forgot that I had a boon on stealth again.
Mm.
I
Oh,
was wondering
really?
if you had a boon on stealth.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like I knew, but I forgot to roll it. I guess
That would have made a big difference
You're supposed to be a
maybe
super
maybe
thief.
not.
if you
Yeah.
hadn't been spotted by the drone.
Yeah.
Then there would have been no
Well,
pursuit.
That's
Frankie
what I'm saying.
was always already spotted.
Yeah, Frankie was.
I felt like I had a hard time getting back into this character, to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like it
Probably better
didn't
to
feel
just
like
start
Alan.
with something new.
I really enjoyed role playing my character a lot.
Well, that's good.
Well, I enjoyed the relationship, and like for me that was interesting to deep, like a little deeper into Alan's past, and with somebody like from his past that are coming back and stuff like that, right? On his own world. So I was looking forward to that, but just like I don't know, just like getting in the right mindset, like getting the snark, getting the quick comeback, the little like
Mm.
I feel like I didn't have it tonight.
The devil may care attitude.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Maybe a little bit toward the end, but
Sure. I enjoyed myself. I had fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I know it's a work night, school night. We went a little longer. I was like, I feel if I call it here, then they'll say that they didn't have enough chance to do something.
yeah, but I wanted to hear like your view on that, Crispy.
Yeah.
So I felt that to me it felt a little slow at first. Like there just wasn't much for me to react to. So what I was doing was I was just trying to play a little bit with Red's background, and because I do recall there was in our session 0 there was some talk about how there was going to be some modifications to Red, and that we wanted to play through that. So I was like, oh, okay, well, it would be interesting. How are we going to play through if I have flashbacks? So I was experimenting with that a little bit. That's when Uriah was doing that. Okay, yeah, this is unprompted. This comes to a memory, a dream, something comes up. Just something that if you wanted to, you could interact with it. You didn't have to. And then the whole thing with the ultra low wave, carrier wave. Well, that's just to play with that. Hey, somebody might be looking for me. Are they looking for me? Chance for maybe to go into where Phil had said he's going to do some modifications to Red, like maybe take away the programming that he had from his background as an entertainer on the Western themed ship.
I thought this is where the session would go. I thought we were like, oh, maybe we're gonna delay like going after the ship.
Yeah.
And just interact with that.
That was kind of Crispy did that. So I'm like, okay, we're driving off, and Crispy's like, and you're driving to the mine. I was like,
well, I didn't know, like you're driving off. I'm like, you didn't give me a direction.
Yes.
Like, where else?
I wanted to talk about that, Crispy.
Yeah.
So where do you go?
We're just getting in the
I don't
truck.
know. You were like
Raya
describing
didn't say-
Well,
changes.
the reason why I did that is because I heard anchoring statements from everybody, and so I was like, okay,
Raya
well,
wasn't
then,
in the truck yet, and now
Yeah, you
suddenly
were.
you put him in the back.
Yeah,
Oh,
he jumped in the
no,
back.
He got it.
No, yeah. I said that I
Okay.
jumped in the back. Yeah, that was my.
That's why I was like, okay, well, all right.
But like there was encouraging statement for everywhere, but no stated direction.
Mm.
Yeah, and I was like, well, where are they going? I don't know where they're going. I'm like,
That's
they've
why at
all
some
done
point I had to cut
anchoring
you off and
movements.
say like,
or-
Frankie, where are you taking us?
Well, you were like changing the biome into nighttime.
Yeah, going from the cold, like the hot side to the cold
But
side.
you did that before I said that I was going there.
Oh, you should have just interrupted me. You should have said, no. I don't want to go this way. I'm going
Decided
either way.
to do it. Well, I decided it made sense. So I was like, do I care that much? No.
Yeah.
Because you
I
did
think-
talk. You did talk
But
about
then
to
it-
Alan
it-
about, hey,
it-
we're gonna get this. I
But
gotta
then
get
there was
this.
part of me that's like, do I really want to flee the planet? Because we don't want to leave. We don't want to leave Tuck 5 like immediately. That we talked about that in session 0.
Yes.
So now I'm like, okay, well, we're just doing a recon mission. We're going to see. We're going to plan out this heist.
Mm.
And then it was like, you were like, it's got to happen tonight or it's never happening. It's like,
Oh, I didn't feel that way.
fucking,
but-
I guess it's happening. I don't know. Well, you came on the radio. You're like, he's selling the ship tonight. It's not going to be here after
Well,
tonight.
Yeah, that
Wow,
that
we can
was
always,
because
like,
I was
get
like,
it
well,
from
we've
the-
gone this far. I guess that makes sense.
We can always get it from the new buyer too.
You
Maybe
can
that's
get
gonna
it
be
from
like
the
a
buyer. It's
Mhm.
true.
yeah.
Well, and then I was like, my guy's not gonna for an ident
Especially-
chip.
Yeah, I felt
he
rusty.
has motivations. My guy has motivations. Did you
Yeah.
feel like my guy had motivations?
I was trying to get them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they were.
Good. I'm glad for that. That's what I want.
It's like I don't know what he wants.
I don't know, like also like like I'm not clear. Like you said, like let's walk back to civilization. Like what is it like? Are you gonna fucking walk for like 2 days, like in the cold, in the night?
Yeah.
How far are we? Like
I got my bag.
yeah.
I was confused
And
when
we
you
got
said,
water.
"No, I got water." I'm like, "What?" Because I was going to pull out my data pad and give it to Frankie because he didn't have his.
Water in the truck because you want to walk.
Mm.
So where were you going to
What
go
is the data pad?
before I fast forwarded you? Where were you going to go in the truck? I'm just curious.
To another place.
Just
that
to another.
because I had just turned off the tracker signal, so I was like, we have to get out of this place because they probably know
Yep.
where we are.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, well, we'll go over here. But
Yeah,
then
because we
I should have
assumed
just.
I
I
had
should. That
somewhere
was
to
my mistake. I should have just left it there at that.
because like we talked about getting the ident chip,
let me
but we
drive
also
the car, yeah.
yeah, we talked about like getting the ident chip, but like that's something we want to do like pretty soon. But also like we also wanted to spend time on Tux, so like you could have
Mhm.
waited another session or two, right? Just like there was no
Mhm.
no rushing there. We could have played with like a Red's thing, right? Just like, oh, okay,
That's what I was thinking. That's why I
Red.
wanted us to do like
Yeah.
the recon mission, because I was
Yeah.
like, this is kind of both. It satisfies Crispy's needs.
What are my needs?
You need that action, man.
I do. I want
Yeah.
motion. I want
You're like,
things
there's
going.
a thing to do, and you're doing it. I'm like, I'm doing it. I promise.
Yeah.
Crispy.
So you felt like you were railroaded on this, is what you're saying?
I don't know. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like we had a plan, and then it was like everything fell to shit, and it's like your plan's shit. And then it was like, okay, well, this is happening. If you don't get the ident chip now, it's over. You better get in there. And then it's like, well, I don't really want to get the ident chip. And then you're like, hey, that plan Uriah had, it's totally viable. Like we hear that on the comms. You're like, the boss is expecting someone. Huh? It's like, oh, like Uriah thought. So I don't know. It just felt like you were trying to feed us a little bit into what's to do next. I'm sorry, Chris.
Like
No,
for me, it
it's
was
all
like,
good.
uh,
I should probably take a break.
No,
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
Well, I appreciate you coming back and playing, and
Oh
thank
my
you,
God,
Uriah, for
Crispy,
joining us.
no.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll
Crispy,
call it here.
I had
Yep.
a lot of fun, Crispy. I just wanted to
You
know that.
pulling my leg.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it.
No, I'm being an asshole. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. So it's
It's
fair
not.
criticism. It's
I'm
absolutely
sure you're
fair.
gonna rewatch it, and if
We'll
we're wrong,
rewatch it. And yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's why we do
should've-
this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. It's all good. So thanks for watching. Those that watched it live, we had a few people that commented. Ear Trumpet even threw some money at somebody. Thank you for
Yeah.
that. That's
$1
great.
Australian dollar.
Yeah, and we'll look forward to the next session, whatever that looks like. So, and whenever that is. So that'll be interesting to see.
Ideally, it's Tuesday, Crispy.
Yeah, next week.
I'm
We'll see what
enjoying
happens.
the session.
Yeah.
We'll keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.
Take care. Bye.
God bless.